Well, do you like your yellow lilies? Do you? I've got a great yellow lily, that's hard to say, project for you. Now, these are the papers that we're going to be using to make a lovely big square card. We've got the stackers here, or pyramids, whichever way you want to do. You've got the lovely big lily there, going smaller and smaller. Now, you've got enough here to make two stackers if you want. We're not going to use half of those, but you can make your stacker as tall or as short as you want. We're also going to be using this sheet here as well. We're going to be using two of the lily frames here. Cut those out and we'll show you what to do with those. Also using one of these, the inserts there, with the lovely vellum effect there with the oval insert. Then the same backing paper but without an insert in it, so we'll be using that too. Also got the vellum effect backing paper there, the lovely, beautiful, look at the lilies, aren't they gorgeous? And we've also got the large frame, the large square frame. It's about 8 inches by 8 inches there. We're going to be using that one, and then you can choose which sentiment you want to use as well. So those are all the papers that we're going to be using to make this project. Now, the first thing I've done here is just taken 2 A4 pieces of paper and just folded one over to make a square. I've measured that up and I've just stuck one inside the other to make a nice large square card. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, I've also taken one of the inserts. There's the insert, and I've already creased it so it fits in there perfectly and just fits in there like that. Now, I'm just going to stick that in there. Now, you could use double-sided tape or whatever you want. I'm just going to use some glue, a bit of glue pen, and all I'm going to do is just make sure I stick it in the right place, is just put that in position there and make sure that folds over, make sure it's all square on before it sticks down permanently. Make sure it's right. So you've got that insert of the card there, as you can see. So there's the card opening up, and you've got that insert there in there, which is fairly loose, so you can lift it up. Now, you can leave that inside like that if you want to, but I've also cut another strip of the background paper, the parchment, that'll fit in there perfectly. Now, you can leave that as a pop-up strip as well, so you can put a little hidden message behind there. So what I'm going to do is just put that in position there like that and marry it up so they do match. And then I'm just going to gently peel one side up, and then using my glue, I'm just going to stick that down one side. Then it's not going to move around. And then I'm going to peel that one up there and just stick that down on the opposite side. And then you've got that where it overlaps. So that is the inside of your card there. You've got the insert there, and you've also got the backing paper. So that's nicely decorated inside. And because you've got the vellum effect, I think it looks really nice. And don't forget, you've got that little flap there. You could add another little message under there if you wanted to. You could put another strip of paper, fancy paper down there, or do whatever you want, really. This is just a basic card and just showing you what I'm going to do with it. So there's the card. I'm just going to decorate the front of it now. What I'm taking, first of all, is the same backing paper that you've got the insert on, but I've taken the whole section. Now, just lay that down onto your cutting board, and I've already pre-cut out the large frame. There's the large frame ready to stick down. And all I'm going to do is use my glue pen to go around. You've got a little bit of time to do this, so don't rush it. Just carefully go around. Now, you could use foam pads. You could use foam tape if you want to give a raised effect. But this one I'm going to stick directly onto the backing paper. So position it exactly where you want it before you stick it down. And I'm just going to position that there like that. And then just gently stick it down like that. Now I've got my mat. There you go, that's perfect. I've got my mat, and all I've got to do now is cut that out. Now, you could use scissors, but the quickest way and the most accurate way, I like to use a metal ruler and a scalpel. I must admit my scalpel's not the sharpest in the world at the moment, but always be careful when using scalpels. I'm just going to trim down there gently, and that's cut off. So you've got that stuck in there, and you're just trimming around the frame. So let's just cut all these edges off like this. And what's really good about this card, you can mix and match the papers as much as you like. You've got the borders there going around there. Go and stick down. This is going to go onto the front of the card, and then we're going to build up all the other bits and pieces on top of that one. So that's going to stick there. Now don't forget, you can use tape or you can use glue, whatever you're happiest with. I'm just showing you the basic way of making this card, and then it's entirely up to you what you embellish it with, or you could add other bits and pieces to it. So there's the front of the card, beautifully framed there. And just for now, I'm going to stick this down just using my glue pen onto the front there. I'm just going to dab that all over there. Bish bash bosh. And it doesn't matter because it's pretty all the way same all the way around, but you can choose which way you like the best. And then just centre that up in the front of the card like that, and just stick it down. So now you've got the card there, as you can see, and that's upside down. There you go, you've got your aperture there. Let me get it the right way around. There you go, there's your aperture, and there's your card on the front there, like that. So now we've got that done. So next I've got the two small frames. Now I'm going to slightly overlap these. There you go, slightly overlap them. And again, I'm just going to use my glue stick just to stick these down. You can take more care than I'm doing, obviously. I don't need to be sat there just watching me gluing. And I've put that in position there, just roughly where I want it. And that one's going to go just there. Just slide that out, just stick that down. Now you could use foam pads if you want to raise those up, but as I'm going to be using a stacker, I'm not going to do that. Again, a little bit of glue just around the frame, and this time it's going to overlap the other frame, but because that's going to be covered up, it won't really matter. So that's going to go there like that. Just stick that down. So there you've got the front of your card. There's the front of your card there. Next, I've taken the step-by-steps, the decoupage, or the stackers here. That's one of the tags, but I've taken only 4 of these because I don't want it too high. So just peel these off. I've already got on the back there some foam pads, and I'm just going to make sure this is the right way around, because I always get the wrong way around. That's the front of my card like that. And that's going to go just over there, fits in there perfectly. There's the first layer of the flower, the lily. Then I'm taking the second layer and then just line it up like that and stick that down. Then I'm taking the next layer and that's going there like that. And the next layer just goes over the top. And you can see how you've got that really nice kind of pyramid stacked effect there with your card, and on the front of the card you can see that opens up like that. Then I've got my sentiment, which is just going to go in the center of the bottom one there like that, and you can put onto that happy birthday or happy anniversary. You could add more embellishment to that if you want to, but there's your card finished. And as I say, you can do it the same variation but in lots and lots of different ways. We'll have to